We often think about the relationships in our lives that exist between ourselves and other people. But what does it mean to have a relationship with the environment, especially when the environment is changing? Why do people care about protecting the land? To start, let's visit Earthwise Farm and Forest in Bethel, Vermont, run by Carl Russell and Lisa McCrory. This diversified family farm lies on property owned by Carl's family for 3 generations. Around us, we see a variety of vegetables and herbs, and can hear the heritage turkeys Carl and Lisa keep in the yard.
This is an incredible resource that we have here. My grandfather bought this place at a point in time when land was really low value. And there's 2 ways in which you might be able to progress forward from a place like that. When you have an asset, you can use that asset or you can protect that asset. And what I believe is that this is an asset that we have. I mean, you could say that all of Earth is an asset that is a gift to us. We're present here with this incredible productive system, and we have a choice. Do we deplete it or do we enhance it? And so on this land, that's a real objective of ours. That's why we call our farm Earthwise Farm, because we're trying to work within the rotation, the wisdom of the earth to create systems that are productive.
The values of Earthwise Farm can be seen clearly in Carl and Lisa's commitment to protecting the land, and they try to live on their property in the most sustainable way they can, which includes growing most of their own food. But as Lisa explains, her relationship with the land is one that works both ways.
Well, I feel like I have a connection with this property, that I talk to it and it talks to me. And, from the plants to the animals, there's a constant engagement and a relationship, and I need that. So, I've been here, we've been on this property 15 years anyway, and taking care of these livestock, interacting with these things, and being working with the land at a pace that's slow and methodical, and trying not to be rushed and trying not to go at the pace of the world around us. Land needs relationships, and so I've decided to make a relationship with this property.
Like Lisa, many people feel strong connections with the land around them and can even depend on it for their very livelihood. In Sirang, Bhutan, we talked to several women about their relationships to the environment.
What I like most about living in Sirang is the environment, because we get a lot of things from the environment like water, firewood. Even when I take my cows to graze, I take them to the forest and let them graze, so I enjoy doing that. I feel the environment is important because without trees, there is no water.
Relationships with the land are often complex. For instance, a group of 3 women on a farm in Sirang spoke about the difficulties of balancing development and conservation on their land.
I feel happy that there are developmental changes in my village, because before, when my kids got sick, to get them to the hospital, we had to carry them and walk for a long time. But now the roads are here, so even if I don't have a car, I can borrow someone's car.
These women feel a need for the development of roads to better take care of their families, but they also spoke to us about how they feel a strong connection to the forests around them.
You can live without electricity, but to feed your animals and to feed yourself, you need the forest. We get many products from the forest, like firewood to cook. I rear pigs and I have cows, so to cook their food, I need firewood I get from the forest. I can't use electricity to cook the food for the animals because the bill would be way too high.
Our relationships with nature are just as varied and complicated as our relationships with one another. Some people view themselves as stewards with a responsibility to protect and care for the land, while others feel that their very connection with the environment is what sustains their lives, whether it be through the food they eat and water they drink, or as a revitalizing spiritual energy. But no matter how you view your own connection, our relationship with the environment is present and can help us see how we fit in the living world around us.